Hi everyone, this is Rich, and we're having a Saturday afternoon edition of Cheap Red Wine. The reason being, the other day I posted a Facebook status in which I said something about some Cher albums, and I'd like to follow up on that, which I will do in just a moment. First, however, I want to introduce the special Cheap Red Wine for this particular series of videos. And this isn't going to be just one video. This is going to be a series of videos, which I'll explain in a moment. This is Lake Anna Winery Spotsylvania Claret, or Claret. I'm not sure which way you prefer to pronounce it. This is from Virginia, from Spotsylvania, Virginia, in fact. And this bottle of wine has been chilling in our refrigerator now for a while. It was given to us by my cousin Diane when she was up here in May for the Relay for Life. She brought a bottle of cheap red wine and presented it to us. And this is special Spotsylvania County wine. And on the back is a history describing the Battle of the Wilderness, which was a very important Civil War battle. And later this week, I'll read you the history of the Wilderness Battle from the back of this bottle of wine, which Diane was nice enough to give to us. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to try it right now, and I'll let you know what I think. I like it. It's a nice, it's a good wine. This all connects: the wine, Diane, and Cher. Here's why. I was going through my albums the other day, and I was surprised to discover just how many Cher albums I own. I'm not going to tell you the exact number yet, but I own a few. I posted that on my Facebook status, that I didn't realize how many Cher albums I owned. And some people commented on it. Somebody said they didn't realize Cher had made so many albums. And somebody else wondered exactly how many I have. So I decided, now I'm on vacation for a week, but we're not going anywhere. It's a staycation, if you will. But I've decided to make it, for myself anyway, a Chercation, in which every day for the next few days I'm going to listen to some of these Cher albums, or parts of the Cher albums, and report to you over a series of videos about the Cher albums. The albums that I own pretty much cover her entire career, so we'll get a nice cross-section of Cher's career through the albums that I own. Why am I doing this? I don't know. But it's a Chercation. Now, again, the Diane connection. There's a family story that I actually have absolutely no memory of. Back in the 1970s, Diane had a Cher action figure, a Cher doll. It was about, 12 inches high, and it looked like Cher, and it was probably wearing some little Bob Mackie Cher costume. Apparently, I bit the hands off of the Cher doll, or somehow otherwise removed the hands from the Cher doll. From Diane, who gave me this bottle of wine, I took the hands off the Cher doll. Now, I don't remember this at all. And in fact, I had not even heard the story until, I don't know, about 10 years ago. I think maybe Diane or somebody mentioned it, how I wrecked the Cher doll. I don't know. I don't remember that. So anyway, it all connects. The wine, Diane, and not only that, but my sister Lisa, as we're about to find out, as I introduce the first album of my Chercation, which is the classic 1966 album, The Sonny Side of Cher. The Sonny Side of Cher. Now, this album belonged to someone in our family, one of my aunts or somebody. It wound up with my very earliest, half dozen or dozen records when I first had owned records. For several years, Lisa and I had this running joke where we would pass this album secretly over into each other's bedrooms, into each other's records, because apparently neither one of us wanted the Sonny Side of Cher. See? The Sonny, S-O-N-N-Y, Side of Cher. So it was this joke, neither one of us wanted it. We kept passing it back and forth. I'd go into my room one day, and all of a sudden, the Sunny Side of Cher would be there. So I would do whatever I could to sneak it back over to Lisa's room sometime. Fortunately, I'm the one who has wound up with it. And like I said, it's a 1966 album. There was one hit single on it, Bang Bang My Baby Shot Me Down, which, according to my notes here, reached number 2 for 1 week back in the spring of 1966. It also has a pretty cool version of The Girl from Ipanema on it. It's not as authentic as maybe some of the versions you've heard, but it's pretty good. I like it. And a cover of Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. And it's not unusual. The Tom Jones song, Old Man River, of course we all know Old Man River, and Elusive Butterfly. And that one is notable because it doesn't say who plays on this album. All it says is a very special thanks to some of the greatest musicians in Hollywood for their part in making this album possible. I think the drummer on The Sunny Side of Cher is the legendary session drummer Hal Blaine. And in the version of Elusive Butterfly, the drumming is really great. I mean, it's not rock drumming, it's not like, Neil Peart or anything like that. But you can tell that the guy really knows how to play the drums. It's just a really cool drum part to Elusive Butterfly of all songs. So, The Sunny Side of Cher. That's today's Chercation album of the day. And there's an added treat with this album. The other albums don't have this, but on the back of this album, there's liner notes in the form of a poem written by Richard Oliver. And I'm going to read the poem for you now. This is a poem about the album, The Sunny Side of Cher. The poem is called Something Special, and it's by Richard Oliver. And here we go. Something special. It can be the first time you tasted chocolate ice cream on a hot summer day, or the first ray of sunshine breaking through the night's blackness. To some, it can be crystal raindrops settled on cool green leaves, or the sound of that same crystal raindrops falling on tiled rooftops. It may be the chirping sound of the night crickets, or the strum of a guitar string from the house next door breaking the night stillness. It could be a song that reminds you of another time, place, someone, or the sensation received from certain words, sounds, rhythm. It's all feeling, and whatever it is significant for you and only you. This album has feeling. Its songs are special. Special not only because of the material, but because they are sung by Cher. She hopes there is something special here for you. You are special to her, and this is her way of telling you. The Sunny Side of Cher, today's Chercation album of the day. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your support.